Hi friends, welcome to this pre-market analysis of Nifty, where on a chart we try to make informed guesses of where buyers and sellers are. So these are the fair value gaps and the levels that we had drawn yesterday. As you can see, this was our analysis that this is a Nifty is falling back repeatedly into a huge buy side liquidity zone. So it would be very difficult to push Nifty down through here, and that would take a black swan event or a huge gap down opening. Otherwise, Nifty would most likely, in a negative scenario, consolidate in this level. So that's what's happening right now, and there's like pushbacks right into this. Sorry, and this was the scenario here in the opposite direction that everything was being sold off. Now everything is being bought, and I'm not saying it's bullish. I'm saying that it is consuming the liquid buy side liquidity here, and until there is fresh buying coming in or fresh selling coming in, we cannot give a bias to Nifty. Now, so let's just delete all the analysis from yesterday and start afresh, starting with the monthly time frame. On a monthly time frame, in this table, we enter the biases as usual. You can see the bias is not sure. We do not have a bias on Nifty. Why is it so? Because there are no lower highs for Nifty to be bearish or higher lows for Nifty to be bullish, and therefore there are no biases on Nifty on a monthly time frame. There are two important levels, but however, this is where the sellers are and this is where the buyers are. This swing low and this swing high. So now this area is being repeatedly tested for 2 months. It has been tested. Third month it did not test it. Now perhaps we are going to test it for the third month. So once you start hitting something with a hammer repeatedly, some things could break. Cyclic loading. So I'm not saying it will break, but I'm saying it could break. Going over to the weekly time frame. On a weekly time frame, once again, the bias is not sure. Why is it not sure? Well, here we had a clear bearish bias. Swing high, lower high, lower high, but then this high should ideally have been protected, but then it was taken. So that is the reason. It is a bearish bias on Nifty, but this is a swing low. This could be a higher low on, but this candle has to close. So we wait until Friday. That's when we know for sure. Now, we have a fair value gap here. That was formed during this up move. That's again a buy side liquidity on a daily time frame. Coming down to a daily time frame, what is a bias in Nifty? It is bullish because you see this is a swing low and this is a higher low. So a higher low has been formed. Buyers are buying on a higher level with more confidence. There are two fair value gaps that Nifty had created on the way up, so that's important. Then if Nifty decides to move all the way up, then that is a target for Nifty. This swing high, and then here we have the some more swing highs within this fair value gaps. These are very good levels of liquidity. So if Nifty ever decides to come down, then these could be like good levels of support. On a 4-hour time frame, Nifty looks not sure right now, because you see, why is it not sure? A good point to explain here. If you see, this is a swing low, that swing low was taken, then this is a swing high, that swing high was also taken. So there is no specific bias for Nifty. Now going to a 1-hour time frame. On a 1-hour time frame, Nifty is bullish. Why is it bullish? Let's see, this is a swing low and this is a higher low, and that makes Nifty bullish. That's that. I am not a certified analyst and I do this only for educational purpose. Thank you.